I have, in studying on this matter, reflecting on the position, looking through scriptures closely and carefully, and reflecting on this subject deeply, I say that trying to carry the practice of tithing from the Old Testament into the New Testament is trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. Okay? But I have to, please allow me a moment to qualify that answer.
All right.
Okay? Let me qualify that answer. Tithing under Malachi, and that Malachi chapter 3, when you look at that Malachi, so let me try to quote at least verse 8 and verse 9. Will a man rob God? Yet you have robbed me. Then they answered, wherein have we robbed you? In tithes and offerings. You are cursed with a curse. You, this nation, for you have been robbing me.
Ew.
So, then the next one is the verse 10. Bring ye all the tithes into my storehouse. But before we go to verse 10, we need to ask a question in verse 9. Which nation has been robbing God? That is the question that we need to answer. Which nation has been robbed? Because the addressees whom the prophet Malachi was speaking to, whom God was speaking to through the prophet Malachi, were the addressees, is that nation who was robbing God, and is that nation who were cursed with a curse. That nation is the nation that made a covenant with God in Mount Sinai. And you need to go to Exodus chapter 24. I'm telling you, this is one of those scriptures that is in our Bible. In fact, the first time I saw that scripture in the Bible is like, this scripture is in my Bible, why haven't I seen it? So I will recommend to the audience, please go look up Exodus chapter 24, verse 1 to 11, if you want to see where Israel entered into a covenant with God.